actually an exclusive line here. I can't wait to show that to you, but I want to make sure that you stick around for that. It's just a few moments away. But let's take a look at this. This is the HP02 coming to us from Dyson, the Dyson. This has all of the technology that we love from them. If you look at this right now, right, it's sleek, it's beautiful. It is going to be your heater, which a lot of you are gonna be needing right now, kind of doing that zone heating in your house without having to crank up the entire house. It gives you that heat in that Dyson level. Not only that, now we're in June, now we're in July, now it's in August. Tina, I gotta flip it over to the AC, it's hot. It's also going to cool you when it's warmer. And now every day of the year, it doesn't make a difference. It's also going to purify your air. 99.97% of bacteria, pollen, dust, smoke, all of that stuff we can't see in the air is now going to be purified with your new HP02. And do you know what is doing that air purification for us if you don't have this in your house? Us, our family, our lungs, that's who is doing it. So we're gonna dive into all of this, but let me show you the options that we have available. Closest to me is the black. This is sleek, this is beautiful, gorgeous black available. In the middle is the clean, crisp white. And very popular, very limited for me is what we are calling the iron, which is a very modern look. It doesn't matter which one you pick. This is a customer pick. Please go read the reviews. It is also a smart deal. This price that you see on your screen right now is a limited time only. I have no idea when this price is going to expire. It could be tomorrow. It could be a week from now. I don't know. What I do know though, it will expire. And if you went out into the retail world and you wanted to get the Dyson HP02, that's your heater, your cooler, and it's your air purifier, that alone would cost you $600. So we're already $200 off that price. Now it comes with a HEPA level filtration filter in there, but today, we're gonna go ahead and give you an additional replacement filter, which is another $70 value today. We're just gonna give it to you. So you get all of that. We have an amazing price. Now, everyone out there can take advantage of 5 flexible payments, and that's everyone, doesn't matter. It's on your own credit card, your own debit card. That you break it into monthly payments. It's $80 a month, but we'll ship it to you for free, right? On your very first monthly payment. But now, my HSN card holders, this is exactly why you have the card. You can now enact your 12-month VIP financing. So for 12 months, all you have to do is pay $33.33 for this. It is bladeless, it's going to oscillate, and it's smart. It knows when the air needs to be purified. You don't have to be like, do I need to push the button to make it purified? No, no, no. It will detect in the room if it needs to do that. And you're able also to decide what temperature you want. It's not a low, medium, high. You get to pick a temperature, and it's also gonna be smart and be able to tell, does the room need to be cooled? Does it need to be heated? What temperature does Tina want it? And it's going to do it. The item number for this is 739646. This has been very popular the last couple of days. I wanna bring in Gemma Kent, my brand ambassador for Dyson. She's really gonna dive into this technology. Gemma, I get to see you twice.
This is such a special couple of days. Thank you for having me again.
Oh my gosh, so worth it. I was talking about, you know, saving money by zone heating or zone cooling, but it doesn't matter even if we're not doing either of those, that air purification is an every day of the year item.
This is absolutely multifunctional. Now, James Dyson says multifunctionality should not mean compromise. So what we've done, we've given you our beloved features, the heating fan, the cooling fan, and the purification, but we haven't compromised any of the powerful level that you've come to know from Dyson. So this is going to intelligently monitor, heat, cooling fan, and purify every single day, all the year through. Because the filter that comes with it, if you were to use it for 12 hours a day, every day, that filter will last a year, but now you're getting an extra one, so you don't even need to think about it for about 2 years. And even when it's time to change the filter, you don't have to remember when, because the machine itself will let you know. Now, James Dyson believes that we want you to use our products every day and they should work how we're saying they work, so we give you a 2-year warranty. but they're also super user-friendly. I have to put that little caveat at the beginning because I know I'm going to get into numbers and how the technology works, but I need you to know it is super user-friendly.
Well, and it comes with a remote.
Yes.
I feel like everything in the world needs a remote, right? If I want to change, you know, the temperature, if I want to change, you know, the speed of it, if I want to turn it into night mode, if I want it to oscillate, not oscillate, I've got a remote control. I don't even have to get up to be able to use whatever it is that I want to be able to use on here. This comes with it, of course, whichever one you want. But I love, Gemma, right, that it's an all-in-one. It looks gorgeous, by the way. I own a Dyson. My producer, Pat, owns a Dyson. We all know that this is the level, you know, of technology that we want. But I want everyone to go and think about what's in your closets or in your house or where you're tucking away. Do you have like a plethora of this going on in your house? Do you have the little standing heater? Do you have one of these, you know, old boxed fans that you have to stand literally right in front of it to get the cooling of it? Do you have these? By the way, all of these heaters, it's going up, right? It just kind of like spits out the heat at you. This is actually doing whole room, whether you're getting the cooling, the heating. This is not just throwing stuff out at you. It's saying, let's change the temperature in the room, Gemma. And that, for me, is Dyson difference.
Absolutely. So you can see those comparable items there. This, again, it's multifunctionality. So you've got the 3 items in one compact, lightweight design. So we encourage you to use it in the room that you're utilizing. Zone heat, select the temperature. I noticed when I used my at-home thermostat, which I'm a relatively new homeowner and I only just realized this. If I select a temperature, like you can do on the HP02, it will tell me, oh, it'll take about an hour and a half, 2 hours to reach that temperature. Whereas this is designed in such a way, and we're going to show you in a demonstration, it's efficient and effective. So you're feeling that benefit almost instantaneously. And that's brilliant because when you're chilly, you don't want the option to go and have to put on more clothes and sweaters and socks. No, you want to feel that benefit immediately. And when you're working with Dyson, a team of engineers, they have even found a way to manipulate heated air. We all know that heat rises, but this one has the function to send that heat directly towards you before it's even had the option to go to the ceiling.
And I love that. And it's less than 9 pounds, Gemma, so take it with you, right?
Yes.
From room to room, in the bedroom, in the TV room, in the crafting room, wherever it is. And when you were talking about, you know, cranking up the thermostat, I have one of those too. It'll say, hey, Tina, in like 2 days, it's gonna be the temperature you want. It's like, what? No, I wanna be warm now. I wanna be cooled down now. But as I'm cranking that up, and you wanna know why it takes all that time, Gemma? It's because we're doing the whole house. That is
absolutely
money. You are heating rooms you're not in. And I heard this analogy somewhere about if you're gonna cook something, right? You don't turn on all the burners. You turn on the burner you're using, right?
Yeah.
I love that analogy because it really was like, that makes such sense. Why are we cooling or heating all the rooms, right? The guest room that nobody's been in for over a year, the powder, like why? I want the room and the place that I'm at to be at the temperature that I wanted it. And this is what Gemma was talking about, the heat rising. So again, I know a lot of people are still in that cold temperature. You're still dealing with snow. I see all of your videos. If you have one of these, heat is gonna rise. So if we look at oh, it's on. I know, my producer just said, is it on? Because the temperature, does that say 69? Are we at 69
yes.
degrees? 69 degrees, okay? Because all this heat is going here. It's not going where I'm at. It's unless I'm hanging out up here in the ceiling. Let's look at the Dyson now. Let's look at what temperature I'm now benefiting with this, being able to get that actually spread throughout the room. 92 degrees, Gemma.
Absolutely. And again, that's because you've got 2 functions. You have the diffuse mode and you also have jet focus. So not only can you heat the room that you're in, you can also heat a specific person or pet. My husband and I run at different temperatures. I tend to run a bit chillier. So he doesn't want to have the heat all on him. So what I'll do is I'll select jet focus and it can come straight toward me. That's the wonderful thing with this. The multifunctionality doesn't just relate to the features, but it's also the options that you have on the remote control. You have jet focus, which is an uninterrupted stream of powerful airflow, or diffuse mode, which is share the air. But on each of those modes, you have 10 individual speed settings to select how fast you want to receive that air. And you also have the intelligent thermostat. So you can select anywhere from 33 to 99 degrees, and this will maintain the temperature of the room that you're in. Now, the auto mode, I have to mention, put it on auto mode because it knows exactly what it's supposed to do in purification and the heating mode.
Well, and Gemma, if it just did the heating and the cooling that we've talked about, I still think it would be worth every penny that we're offering it at today on a smart deal. But don't forget that it is every single day, even if you're not using the heating, you're not using the cooling, the air purification, I feel like in 2021, we know better, right? We know better what's going on. And now we're spending, what, up to like 90% of our time indoors. And think about this, if I asked you to go physically to a place with fresh air, where do you go? Outside, right? You always say, I'm gonna step outside for fresh air. Why is that? We've all been saying that, I'm gonna step out for fresh air. Fresh air is outside. That's because in our house, we trap everything. We trap the air inside of there. And you know what gets trapped? Dander, bacteria, dust, odors, the fish that I just made 2 nights ago, it's all in there. If you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's there. It means your lungs are doing all the work to purify all that stuff. So what we've done is a way to visually see, right, what's going on, is this is smoke we have filled in on there. Now, I'm gonna take my remote, I am going to turn on the Dyson and let it do what it's gonna do. And you're gonna see that smoke dissipate. So even if you can't see it, and I know the odors that we're gonna be able to get rid of, Gemma, that, right? We're smelling my, you know, the stinky feet, whatever it is.
Absolutely. We are a home with pets, so we don't want our home to smell like them. We just want to have them part of our family. And this is what it can do. Now, this is a unit, as you can see in there, it's so efficient and effective because we're combining it with our air multiplication technology. So we're not just cleaning the air around the unit, we're also projecting that clean air across the room, and then it can circulate and be purified. Now, in that unit itself, I've got a filter to show you. It's 360 degrees, a glass Hepa filter. This outside is corrugated, so it'll capture the particles, the pollen, the dust, the pet dander. And then on the inside, this is where it captures the odors. This is the active graphite filter. So it's a 2-layered filter that fits in the machine, 360 degrees. And again, if you were to use your machine 12 hours a day, every single day, it will last you an entire year. But to be completely candid with you, I pop this on auto, I let it monitor my air for me, and I actually don't use it 12 hours a day. And I ended up using my filter, which I'll show you, for a little bit longer. Now look at that filter. This is a used filter that we pop in our the room that our dogs sleep in, and this is what it caught. Look at the color difference. Even if I hold it close, you can see on the outside how it's trapped. That dust and dirt stays trapped, because that's really important as well. You want to make sure that your filter is capturing it so that the air that comes out is purified. Just look at that difference. And
again, I've been saying it, right, Gemma? What does the ew that we're seeing in the dirty filter? Our lungs are that's what it's processing. It's the same stuff that's in the air, right, that we're doing. So if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm so happy you turned on the television, you jumped on hsn.com right now, and you happen to be watching, because this is your new all-in-one heater, cooling fan, and air purifier. This is the HP02. Sorry, they're all in weird different directions, is because I had them oscillating a few moments ago, because I wanna let you know, these not only oscillate, they tilt as well. Like, I mean, if you talk about really being able to say where I want, you know, this to go, you have 3 color options. This is a smart deal, so I do wanna let you know that the price you see on your screen right now will expire. So if you wanted to go into the general retail world and you wanted to get all the benefits that Gemma and I have been going through, you would pay $600 just for the HP02. That's what you would pay. We're giving you already a HEPA level filtration filter in it, but I'm going to give you an additional replacement filter worth $70 today. So we're giving you almost a $670 value today on a smart deal. 5 flexible payments, everybody. That's $80 a month. I'm gonna ship it to you for free when you make your first $80 payment. But if you have an HSN credit card, and I always say you get perks all year round, and this is one of the biggest perks you get, you can take that price and now break it into 12-month VIP financing. And what that means is you can now pay $33.33 a month. You still get the free shipping and handling, and all you have to do is pick your color. The one closest to me is the black. Then we have in the middle the very clean white. And at the end, it's called iron. It's a very modern look, and I've got about 370 people anywhere in the country that can get the iron color at this price. It's my most popular. It's also my most limited of my options here. So I want to remind you again, this is something that's portable. It's less than 9 pounds on this. But here's the demo I want to show Gemma really quick. Because again, I said if you have, one of these other options, right? You have to stand right in front of it. You're not, gonna be able to get everything. We again have to visually find a way to show you what this can do. So look how far I am from the Dyson, right? I mean, I'm more than a couch length. Look at that.
Off it goes.
Visually think of, right, think of the cooling and the heating that this is representing.
Absolutely, and that means that you can sit in your favorite chair, be snugly in your bed, be working in the kitchen, or take it out into your garage and know that or the garage, and know that you're going to be able to feel the benefit. You don't need to be right on top of the machine. And because it's bladeless, I wanted to mention a couple of the safety features. It's safe for little fingers, little toes, little tails, and should an accident happen, I don't know how, but should it topple over, I'm going to topple it for you just to show you. It switches itself off. So James Dyson likes to give you that peace of mind to know that you've got those safety features built in, because we want you to be able to use this machine every single day. Even the design lends itself to that. We don't want you to bury it in the closet, the attic, or the cellar. We want you to leave it out in your home, so when you need that benefit, it's ready to go.
And I love that it's smart, Gemma, because I'm going to be honest,
yes.
I'm not really good at remembering to do things, or I just kind of stop using something if I have too much I have to do myself. It is smart. So you don't have to decide if the air needs to be clean. It will detect if the air needs to be clean, and then just do it. When you decide whatever your temperature is, not just low, medium, high, you pick your exact temperature, and it's going to know that it needs to do that as well. Get the room to the temperature that you desire. There's that 99.97% in that Hepa filter. So think about the things in your air: bacteria, smoke, dust, mold, dander, pollen. We're gonna be going into those months where pollen will be something is in the air, right? If you're that person, all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's that time of year, pollen's in the air. This is able to do the filtration for you. And I was, my producer, Pat, we were, you become like, oh, we're in the Dyson Club. I'm like, oh yeah, we have a Dyson. It is in my room, my husband and I sleep every single night. It purifies our air and it does the cooling. I actually don't have the HP02 that has the heat option. I need to upgrade my life. But Gemma, I give you the example in when we have like a guest bedroom that I don't ever walk in otherwise unless I have guests. But if I do and you walk in there, you can tell the air in that room that you don't ever walk in is stale, right? It's kind of a little musty, it's a little stale. We take ours and put it in the guest room, and it instantly, I drop it in there, we just kind of, pop it on, we close the door, we leave, I come back, I can tell the room is clean. I can tell in the air. I don't want my guests to come to kind of like a stale air, musty room that I haven't, been walking around in and living in. And you become, kind of blind how your house is and what's going on. But you'll notice when you get this home, you'll notice the difference. I mean, you're gonna notice the heat, you're gonna notice the cooling, but you'll also be able to tell the difference in the air.
It's just, when you mentioned putting it in your guest room, I do the same thing. So not only are you cleaning that room ready for your guests to arrive, but in my family, I have a bunch of Brits. And if you're not used to the level of air conditioning that we use in Florida, they're going to be rather chilly. So you're also giving them the flexibility to be able to change the temperature for their bedroom whilst they're staying with you, and you don't have to be affected at all. This is customizable for anyone that uses it. Now, again, I should have mentioned this at the top, but we're endorsed by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. We're so proud of that because that's not something we can purchase or brand ourselves. That's something that we're gifted. And the Asthma and Allergy certification means that we can capture the 99.97% of 0.3 microns, which is so important. We want to capture and keep hold of those yucky pet dander, pollen, dust, bacteria, odors. We want to keep hold of those, and that certification is very important to us. But again, even when it comes to cleaning, if you've ever looked at a traditional fan, it's like a professional dust collector, and I wouldn't even begin to know how to clean it. But this one, you just do a simple wipe out with either a dry or damp cloth. There's no solvents or polishes to use. It's really simple to use. And again, the filters, you're actually getting two. We've never done this with HSN before, so it's very, very exciting. The filter the machine itself will tell you when it's time to change with a little F at the bottom. And this is HEPA filtration, so it does capture those particles and odors as well. It's a two-layered filter.
And by the way, this is 360 degrees. So if you're going to go out and kind of, you know, compare this to that or whatever, I wanna make sure that you're doing apples to apples, you know, oranges to oranges. You're getting two filters. That's basically 2 years of filtration that you're getting already in the box. You're also getting this on the level of pricing you're not gonna be able to see without this extra filter. You're gonna go see it out there and it's gonna be $600. And they're not gonna give you the replacement filter. They're also not gonna give you the option to do 5 flexible payments, or better yet, 12-month VIP financing. So think about what today, $33.33 today, I will do lunch for $33.33. Being able to have this in my home, and it's not layaway, my friends. If you're brand new to HSN and you're thinking, I gotta wait a year to get this home, Tina, I gotta give you $33.33 a month, and then in a year you're gonna ship this to me? Nope. Here at HSN, you make your first monthly payment, whether it's 5-month or 12-month, whatever it is that you're gonna do. We will ship it to you for free when you make the very first payment. You're already experiencing all of the benefits of this as you're making your next monthly payment. You've already had a month of loving this. And by the way, that's also what we do here at HSN. You get 30 days to try this out. And for those that are in the cold, those of you that are still dealing with the winter and the snow, and you know, you're jam-packed inside the house and you're layering up, get this home for that $33.33 and experience the difference in the heat you can have in your home. And not only oscillates, it also tilts. I mean, talk about really getting exactly where you want that jet flow to go. In there, this is Tina Mommy approved, bladeless. I've got a dog, I've got a toddler. I love this, and it looks beautiful in the home. 739646 is the item number. That's the number that you use to make your purchase, whether you're calling one of our lovely representatives or you're using hsn.com or your app. But Gemma, can I mean, look at this. In the world where, you know, we have a lot more like kind of smart things in our home, this modern, beautiful, contemporary look slips right into our home.
Absolutely. So it's designed with functionality in mind first and foremost, but then the design is there so that we want to make sure that you're using it or able to use it every day. So we want it to fit in with your decor. But some just homekeeping description. So it sits just over 2 feet tall. It's less than 9 pounds. We encourage you to use it in the room that you're in. And also you've probably noticed that word link. What does that mean, Gemma? Well, what it is you can actually connect it to a free Dyson app. So it provides an extra remote control and also gives you more detail about the air quality outside your home and also the air quality inside the room that this is purifying. So it gives you that extra capability should you choose to use it. It's not needed, it's just a benefit. The remote sits on top, it's magnetized, so even if I give it a shake, it's staying there. And everything on it is portrayed by an image. There's no class to take, there's no book to read. It's super simple to use. Just remember blue for cooling and red for heating.
I could remember that. I mean, I want an easy remote. I want to not think about anything. I want it to do what it's going to do. And my favorite thing about this, Gemma, is whatever temperature that I want, I pick an actual temperature, just like you would do with the thermostat in your home. It's not a low, medium, high, because I would be the person that would have to get up and down and be like, well, I wanted it high, but now I'm cool, so now I need to take it down to medium. I don't want to think about it. I want to tell you, hello, HP02. I want to tell you what temperature I want it in my room, and you do all of the thinking on this. So I'm going to remind you, if you're just tuning in, you just have to pick your color. I mean, that's the hardest decision you have to make today. Whether you want it in the black, which of course is that beautiful, sexy black in your home. If this goes with your decor, we have it available. In the middle is our clean, crisp white. If you want just kind of like that clean look, that white is perfect for you. Now, my most popular and my most limited is the one at the end, and we call that iron. I only have 350 left that you can get that color at this price. We have the free shipping and handling. We do the flexible payments on this. This is exactly why you tune into HSN. This is exactly why you love shopping here. It's because we give you the best deals and we make everything affordable. Being able to see something and hear Gemma and I talk about it, and you're like, absolutely, I would benefit from that. How do I make that a reality? We give you all the tools to do it. Utilize those tools. And I want to show you again what this would kind of replace, right? This is kind of what we're used to buying, right? If we had like a fan that just did fan out in one, and again, here's that high, medium, low kind of fan, right? If it's a space heater, if it's one of these that really aren't very pretty, it's also not giving us, you know, kind of like that heat in all of the room. Even an air purification, and by the way, when I said, you know, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, if you go look at some air purifiers, it's gonna be a one-sided air filtration. Do you see how this is 360 degrees? We're getting it, I mean, we don't want it working just from one end. We need this 360 degrees, not having our lungs, not having our family's lungs do it. Let's let the Dyson do it. They are absolutely the standard in the industry. This is a way to get it. So please take advantage of all the tools that we've given you to make sure that you have the heating, the cooling, and the air purification. Gemma, I must have like won the lottery or something, because I got to hang out with you for 2 days. That's pretty amazing.
Well, that's exactly how I feel. It's been so lovely.
Thank you so much. I want to remind everybody, 739646 is the item number. We really have given you so many items to help you with your health, help you with the knowledge. And if we're talking